Hey, it's been a long time since we talked like this in your room. Though back then, I had a different form and a different name. It seems like you all decided to let me live. You're all going to risk your lives on a battle you can't win. But they're not the ones here right now. You are. I'll say this one more time. If you kill me, Tartarus, the Dark Hour, and the memories of your battles will all disappear. Tomorrow, you'll wake up as a normal high school student. You'll be able to live in peace until the moment of the fall. But if you let me live, you'll spend every waking moment until that day dreading your inevitable death. Nyx can't be defeated. It's pointless to fight her. Are you still thinking, or have you already made up your mind? I guess I wasn't able to change your mind. There's still some time until midnight. I didn't want to have to show you this, but I have no choice. Do you see? I am not human. I will bring death to this world until I am finally satiated. There is no need to hesitate over killing me. Now, consider this very carefully. Is confronting Nyx really what everyone wants? Some things in this world cannot be changed. That's something you can't comprehend. Memories are not set in stone. Old ones can be replaced with new ones, creating a new reality. Don't you think you should put a stop to everyone's pain and suffering? It's up to you. Only you can make this decision. Now, this is your last chance. Tell me your answer. Please kill me. More than anything, I don't want to see you suffer. After all, you're someone very special to me. I understand. As sad as I am to hear it, it's your life. You're free to do what you want with it. I'll respect your decision. Let's get back to the others. I need to tell you guys how to confront Nyx. Somehow, I knew that's what you'd choose. I know you better than anyone, after all. I have this feeling like I always wanted to see you again. That's why I came back to you as Ryoji Mochizuki. Maybe there really is some power out there that can do the impossible. And if there is, I know you all have it. Oh, right. Here. I want you to have this. I know this isn't exactly the best timing, but I never thought I'd feel this way. Whenever you play this music box, I hope that you'll remember me. Come on, let's go. Everyone's waiting.
Yo, what's up, Ryoji?
It's a painful decision, but it's yours to make.
That's right.
But it's impossible to defeat Nyx.
We'll go as far as we can. We have to try.
You're the only one saying it's impossible. Personally, I don't care if it is.
All right, then. It's almost midnight, so I'll make this short. I should tell you where to find Nyx. She's at the very top of Tartarus. On the promised day, you have to make your way to the top of the tower.
The promised day?
It's exactly 1 month from tomorrow, January 31st, 2010. On that day, Nyx will descend to Tartarus, and that's when the world will end.
1 month.
Tartarus is a gigantic rift in the night sky. It acts as a beacon to guide Nyx. With the appriser's arrival, Nyx learns that the way has been prepared, and she begins her descent. And with her, she brings the demise.
That explains why it's called the Tower of Demise. So what you're saying is, we can fight Nyx if we reach the top?
That's right. But remember, after today, you'll be fighting against eternal despair. I've said it before, but Nyx can't be defeated. When you come face to face with her, you'll finally understand why. And then, you'll realize exactly what you're trying to stand against.
We understand. You don't need to keep telling us. 1 month from now, January 31st. We won't forget.
Well, I'll be going then. I want to leave you while I'm still in this form.
Ryoji-kun.
I guess I'm sorry for all the pain and suffering I put you through.
I won't forget that you were my enemy. And my friend. I guess.
Thank you. This is probably the last time we'll get to see each other like this, but I'll always be watching over you. Well, so long then. Best wishes in the coming year. That's what you say on New Year's Eve, right? See ya.
That punk.
We have 1 month until January 31st. We'll get through this together.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Fool Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the Fool within thyself. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create the persona of the Judgment Arcana.
Good morning. Oh, and, Happy New Year.
Yeah, let's make it a good one.
Happy New Year to you too, Koro.
Oh man. I totally overslept. Why'd I stay up all night watching that stupid movie? It was about zombies in Italy or something. Anyone else catch it?
Why would I watch something like that?
Is anyone gonna visit the shrine?
I already stopped by enough shrines on my jogs. I'd say I'm covered.
Yeah, I'll pass. I don't want to deal with the New Year's traffic.
Oh, that's too bad. Yukari-san and the others are already there. Apparently, Mitsuru-san got kimonos for all of them.
Kimonos, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna run to the store.
Hold it.
Huh?
You're going to the shrine? I thought you didn't want to go through the trouble.
No, I'm not. I'm just going for a walk.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't have anything better to do, so I'll tag along.
Oh, I'll go too!
Look at that. Turns out we all want to go after all.
Where is it?
Oh, I have directions.
Sweet.
Happy New Year! Let's all give it our best. Anyhow, you guys are late. We were just about to leave.
Yucatan.
What?
Happy New Year. What's the matter, Iori?
Kirijo-senpai, you look amazing. I feel like I'm... What's this feeling?
Excuse me.
Happy New Year, everyone! I've never worn a kimono before. My obi isn't crooked, is it?
Luca, wow, you look just... wow.
Hey, come on! This traditional clothing is quite interesting. However, it's difficult to move in.
Hi, John. Considering what you usually wear, it looks even more amazing on you.
Is that so? What is this odd sensation I feel?
I'm so glad I came. Best New Year ever.
Junpei-san, why are you acting so strange?
Man, what a beautiful first dream of the new year. Right, Sonata-san?
Yeah, I guess so.
By the way, aren't you guys cold?
Yeah, a little. But I think it's kind of helping me wake up.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Junpei-san said you don't have any other layers.
Other layers?
Wow, aren't you just a great role model for Amada-kun?
No, wait. Ouch!
Oh, hey! Been running into you a lot lately. Aren't you freezing in this weather? Ooh, you guys must be pretty dedicated. I'm seeing a lot of weirdos lately. I get it when people are stressed out in the spring, but why now? You're as peppy as ever, Koro-chan. Oh, maybe all that warm fur makes a difference. Ugh, it's so freaking cold. We're gonna get sick if we stay out here in this. Let's head back home. Sometimes adding milk and sugar is nice, but I usually take it black, of course. If you feel like meeting up for coffee again, just let me know.
All right. I think it's finally time for me to pay you back for everything.
I see you two are together again today.
Kurosawa-san, I don't usually see you around here. Is there something wrong?
No, I'm just helping patrol the area. You might have noticed already, but the city's been feeling a little different lately. We can't be sure what'll happen. Make sure not to stay out too late.
Thanks. You be careful too.
I will. At any rate, this is perfect timing. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Recently, your friend here has been bothering me about my work. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm hoping you might have an idea. Oh, you thinking of becoming a police officer?
No. Well, I haven't really thought that far yet. I just figured I should get to know you better, Kurosawa-san, since you've done so much for me.
I've had my eye on this guy for a long time, but I have to say, he's changed a lot this past year. Is this your doing? If it is, then I hope you'll keep looking after him. He has a tendency to get himself into trouble when you're not watching. Oh, and just to illustrate what I mean, at the end of last year we had an incident where a large number of gang members were found knocked out at Naganaki's shrine. It seemed to be the result of a fight, but no matter who we asked, they all claimed it was their own fault. The attacker is still unknown. We thought it might have been a clash with another gang in the area, but some of our sources suggest there were only 2 culprits. The most surprising part is no one found at the scene had any actual injuries. It's kind of unbelievable considering their sheer numbers. Whoever did it must have been pretty skilled. But in the end, the victims were just a group of infamous punks. They probably pushed their luck one too many times and got what was coming to them. It's very likely the other side acted in self-defense, and with no injuries, we probably don't need to pursue this case any further. I have no idea why the two of you would look so relieved to hear this. I may be an officer of the law, but I'm a human being first. If there are those with integrity who know how to use the power they're given, then I'm not above helping that cause.
I think I'm starting to see the path I need to take. Thank you, Kurosawa-san.
I haven't done anything to deserve thanks. I was just musing to myself. Things may have turned out fine this time, but you'd better avoid pulling a stunt like that again. Nowadays, it's becoming more common for goons like them to carry guns. Maybe it's inevitable given how connected the world is, but things just seem more dangerous lately.
I don't know about that. Against a gun, you'd have to feint and approach from the side. Living abroad, though. Now that's a thought. I'll have a lot of freedom once I graduate. It might be fun to see how far my fist can take me.
There he goes again. Jokes aside, you certainly get a lot of opportunities when you're young. I do miss that sometimes. Maybe the three of us can get together for a drink someday. Well, I'll be on my way.
Someday, huh? You know, I've had to do a lot of thinking about the future lately, what with entrance exams and all. No matter what path I take, I intend to keep on fighting. But I'm sure there are some things out there I won't be able to do alone. That's why someday, I want to become a leader just like you. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got a job to do before that. I'm gonna protect you and all my friends. I'm gonna fight for our futures, and I'm gonna be the big brother she'd be proud of. That reminds me, I should give these to you before I forget. Go ahead and use those if you want. I'll teach you how to wrap them later. No particular reason. If you have those on, they'll stabilize your grip on your weapon during battles. Just take them for now. They're what let me use my fists to their full potential. In a way, you do the same thing for me. All right? How about we end the night on a high note with some good eating? Anything goes today, so don't be shy. I'll be taking care of the check. For tonight, at least, you and I will be going strong for years to come. You'll get your turn eventually. All right, let's go.
Don't get sick, okay, Koromaru? Lots of people haven't been looking so good lately.
They say if you smile when you gargle, you won't get infected. And if your feet get too cold, you'll catch depression. So bundle up when you sleep.
Okay, see you guys later!
Quite exciting over here. Well, it's been different around town lately, don't you think? So many people with dead looks in their eyes. Not to mention the wild stories going around. I couldn't help but worry. So I came to check in on you. But it looks like I had nothing to worry about. So that's enough of that for now. Next time I'll bring some snacks, all right?
Oh, there they are. I'm beat. And it's been getting chillier, too. Ah, right. Do you know how to play shogi, young man? I can teach you. And while we're at it, Koromaru can lend you a helping paw. Well then, shall we begin? I don't have anyone to play with these days. This is going to be fun. Hey, hold it! Mora-chan, it's too early for that hint.
What's going on over here?
Oh, pardon us. We are right in front of the entrance, aren't we?
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
Of course. This is a student dorm, right? And does that mean you'll leave this place one day too, young man? I see. Well, Koromaru, looks like the next batch of students will look after you too. Life may be filled with goodbyes, but they never get any easier. What?
That was a good move.
So what? We're just getting started. That was a good match. I'll have to stop by again. Until next time, you two. And to that lovely lady over there, adieu.
Moving out of the dorms. That would be some point after we finish our fight. It's hard to even imagine right now, but it's something we'll have to face in the future. After all, we're fighting so we can even have a future. Don't you worry, Koromaru. Everyone will love you.
Oh no! My shogi pieces.
Is that the old man from earlier?
What?
This series always has such crazy plot twists. When the main girl's best friend betrayed her, I was like, what? Being backstabbed by the one person you trusted most is just horrible. What would you do if that happened to you? Yeah, even without a dramatic betrayal, I'd be hurt if a friend started treating me differently. That happened to me once. A girl I was close to suddenly started avoiding me. Oh shoot, it's starting! It's so fast-paced, we really need to pay attention. Aw, no way! It's just gonna end like that? Ugh, it happens every time. But they're so good at leaving you hanging. I need to know how it ends. Let's watch more next time, okay? It's getting pretty late. We better head back to our rooms.
That reminds me. I was reading this book during class once, and one of our classmates said to me, "Wow, I'm surprised. So you're the type to talk with your fists. What exactly do I look like to everyone else?" Cute. I know this is supposed to be a compliment, but if that's how they see me, it can only mean one thing. I'm an anti-shadow weapon, but most people don't see me as one. Isn't this a critical issue? Once I finish reading, I'll need to think of a solution. During combat, the mental states of both sides play a significant role in the outcome. I want to be able to intimidate my enemies, but also encourage my teammates. What can I do to give everyone that kind of impression? Ideally, it would be something that makes me appear reliable in battle. Maybe I can find some tips in this book. I think that's enough for today. Good night.
Hey!
Oh, did you finish reading the final volume? You looked really focused when you were reading. I can definitely relate. When I got to the end, I was so absorbed that I almost forgot to breathe. What an amazing series! I didn't notice at first, but at some point I could suddenly just make sense of the complex setting. Isn't it weird how that works? Right!
If it was just straight exposition, it would be exhausting trying to keep track of everything. Being able to tie the world building into the narrative really shows how skilled the author is. I wish I could communicate as well as the author does in this book. Remember when I told you how I recommended a book to a classmate, but she turned me down? Knowing what to say is important, but how you say it is difficult too. Before I could tell her how fascinating the story is, I was telling her how many volumes it was and that it's written by a famous author. I don't think that kind of information's going to persuade someone to read. Thanks. Maybe I'll try talking to her again. I think I'll have a lot of good things to say about this book now. It always feels nice when someone shows an interest in something you like. Even just sharing our opinions like this is so refreshing. That's why I really want to work on how I communicate things. Because if I do that, then maybe I'll get more fun moments like this. Oh, look at the time. We should probably call it a night. I have some other books I can recommend, if you'd like. Thank you. I hope you'll like those too. Well then, good night.
It has been a while since we attended class. The teachers and our classmates seem to be doing well. By the way, did you notice that Junpei-san was missing? I saw him head for the rooftop before afternoon classes started. Perhaps he decided to skip the first day of the semester?
Oh, sorry. I don't really have a reason to be up here. I just sort of felt like it. Only to find Junpei here as well.
I guess I just felt the urge myself. Maybe we've been through so much together that our wavelengths are in sync.
That's just your imagination. If I'm on the same wavelength as Junpei, I'd better change the channel. Anyhow, it's so nice today, isn't it? The wind's a little chilly, but the fresh breeze feels great.
Looking from here, the view ain't that bad.
It's familiar scenery, but I guess that's why it's so calming. The end almost doesn't feel real.
People have been passing out and disappearing out of nowhere lately, huh?
They've been talking about a lot of shadow-related incidents on the news, too. Mitsuru-senpai said it's because there are too many shadow victims. The memory revision can't keep up.
I don't really get it. This is all 'cause of Nyx, huh? Feels like the world's hit rock bottom. There's even weird cults popping up. I guess this won't be one of those, oh, it was just a dream moments.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not gonna try and act cool and say things like, I want to protect everyone, but I couldn't handle it if the time we spent together disappeared.
Yep. In fact, the tales of the amazing battles I survived should be handed down through every generation forever.
Look who's talking. Weren't you the one who was sulking and giving us a hard time?
Well, that was the passion of my youth. You know, I've matured since. You think so too, right, dude? Hell yeah! I'm gonna make the final ball a home run.
Don't spoil him. He's gonna let it go to his head again. I'm not one to talk, though. I got stuck in my own head and acted out, too. I wonder if I've grown since then. I mean, it used to be just the three of us, right?
If you'd asked me back then, I never would have guessed it'd come to this.
We've all been through so much this year.
Well, yeah, but you gotta look on the bright side. Our friendship is way stronger now, isn't it?
Don't say that with such a straight face. You're embarrassing me. But I guess it hasn't been too bad.
we've gotten this far together, so let's see it through to the end.
Yeah, let's send them packing. And those two guys from Strega haven't made a move, but you know they gotta be planning something. We gotta take care of them, too. Let's show them what S.E.E.S trio can do. Now that I got you guys, I feel way more pumped.
Oh. I just remembered, Junpei. You never gave me back that CD. In fact, you never return anything you borrow.
What? Oh, yeah. That. Do you have to bring it up now?
I find myself coming here a lot lately. Before, I couldn't understand the benefits of coming to these shrines, but lately that's changed. This is also where we met Koromaru-san last summer. He waited here until we found him, even though he knew his master had died. I can understand why now. What drives people isn't necessarily facts, but feelings. He knew for a fact that his master had died, but his feelings of wanting to be with him made him stay. I feel the same. I recognized the fact that I can't protect you, but I came back anyway. Subconsciously, I was acting based on my emotions rather than logic. I was so confused at the time that I didn't notice it, but it's true. The parameters governing my behavior seem to have been updated during my time with you.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessings when thou choosest to create a persona of the Eon Arcana.
Oh, I misspoke. I mentioned what drives people. But of course, Koromaru-san and myself aren't people. Sorry.
You came! Thanks. So, there's something I want to ask you. Why do you spend so much time with me? It's gotten you into a whole mess of trouble, and honestly, some of the stuff I've said is really not okay. Is it because we're both Persona users? Or are we actually good friends? Or do you, by any chance, have feelings for... What do you really think of me? What? No way. Are you serious? You're not pulling my leg, are you? You really mean it? Wow. Sorry. It just feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. The tears won't stop coming. You're so hard to read. You're always so kind to everyone. That's why I thought you saw me as just a friend like everyone else. Lately, I found myself getting upset when I've seen you talking with Fuka. It made me scared that I was turning into a petty, jealous person. I felt awful about it. So, I'd like it if you had eyes for me. And only me. So, will you? Oh gosh, what am I saying? I'm gonna go now. We're finally at the last episode. I wonder how it's going to end. You know, about this series, I mentioned before how it caught my attention, but I was afraid it might be too scary for me. But I'm glad I watched it. Guess it's important to break out of your comfort zone sometimes. Do you ever try watching things from genres you don't normally get into? I'm the same way. Isn't it easier to try something new when you have someone with you for the ride? It's also nice to be able to comment on it and see the other person's reaction. Watching this together made me realize how much I appreciated the main character. Like how she can't turn a blind eye to people in need and extends her hand to almost anyone. And of course the way she kept pressing forward no matter what happened. It was so inspiring. Come to think of it, isn't she just like you? That might be a stretch. Remember how I told you about that girl I was close to who started ignoring me one day? It's not like I did anything to make her hate me. We'd been friends for a long time, but one day out of the blue, she just said, "My mother told me I can't play with you anymore." It's because there were rumors floating around about my parents. I kinda get it now, looking back, but at the time I was just sad. What I'm trying to say is, this show made me realize I'd like to be a little more like the main character. I want to be the kind of person who'd help anyone at any time. Someone who's kind and strong. It might be silly to say I look up to a fictional character, but there's no harm in following her example. At least that's what I think. Episode starting. That ending was so good! I hope they'll make a sequel. I'll bring more DVDs I'm curious about next time. Oh, it's about time we head back to our rooms. Have a good night, okay?
It looks like they're growing quite nicely. I'm amazed at how robust they are. The ladybug has grown into a fine adult as well. Does this mean our mission is complete? That's a job well done. I did my best to do everything in my power. I'm happy I was able to assist. Oh, and we can't forget to thank the ladybug for contributing as well. As I've tended these plants alongside you, I've realized something. I've made so many new discoveries beside these planters. Everyone is doing the best they can to make their way in the world. That goes for the plants, the pests, and the ladybug too, and you as well. I may be a machine, but I also want to do the best I can. I'll give it my all to make my way in the world. Just like everyone else. Do you think I'll be able to? It's okay. I'm not going to act on my own anymore. I just want to do a little bit to protect everyone's futures. Of course, I don't plan on sacrificing my attention here either. Okay, It's time to get started. I think we did another thorough job today. Shall we head back now?
Today, I'd like to make a snack food that would pair well with tea. That said, I'm not terribly well versed in the art of cuisine. So I'm hoping to make some simple karumeyaki. Did your teachers ever show you how to make it? Karumeyaki is a confectionery that was passed down from Portugal during the Sengoku period. Karume derives from the Portuguese word caramelo, or caramel in English. Well, it might be faster if you just see for yourself. Let's get started. Temperature control is key. We want to turn off the heat right before it hits 130 degrees Celsius. Oh, we should keep things moving. Let's put the sugar in the ladle first. What a nostalgic flavor. It may not require hours in the kitchen, and the taste isn't particularly complex, but I'm quite fond of these. And more than anything, it's nice that we can make it ourselves. You know, when I saw this for the first time, I thought it was like magic. I've tried making it myself a number of times, but I ended up burning it on every attempt. I guess you could call it a bittersweet memory. But I didn't give up. I continued practicing. And that's finally led to our success today. What do you think? Hearing you say that makes me glad to have shared it. Back home, there were plenty of opportunities to host formal dinners and tea parties, but I never considered it particularly admirable to have someone else prepare the extravagant dishes. Doing the cooking myself also allows me to talk with you like this. And isn't that sort of familiarity the key to understanding each other better? I think this might have been what I was missing. Instead of complaining about being difficult to approach, I needed to create an opportunity for change. It's fascinating the kind of things you learn by simply inviting someone over for tea. Thank you. I hope we can talk again like this sometime. Oh, right, I had a favor to ask. There's still some sugar and baking soda left. Do you think you could help me make another batch? Karumeyaki keeps for a long time. This could be a good chance to make some for the others.
Doesn't Miyamoto seem slower lately? Yeah, he's not keeping his usual pace. He thinks he'll make it to the Nationals like that?
You guys have nothing better to do? Why don't you give me a hand with the laundry? The only thing they're good at is kicking up dirt. Hey, Kaz, Coach wants to see you in the office.
Okay, be right there.
Hey. Never mind. I think we can wrap up practice for today.
Hey! Let's walk home together. So, the coach told me my performance has been slipping. I know you didn't say anything. I just think he can tell something's up. It's sore, sure, but I managed to make it through practice today. He said I'd be suspended from the team if I'm hurt, but I told him I was fine. I've already missed practice 3 times this year. I'm gonna have to seriously step up my game. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep my promise to my nephew. You're right. In the end, it's the toughest one who wins. I've decided that I'll take my chances for my nephew's sake, even if I mess up my knee for the rest of my life. If that happens, I want you to be the next captain. It's not exactly the happiest topic. That's just the worst case scenario. I'm gonna keep my promise, win the meet, then the nationals. Then I'll take care of my knee. Nothing can stop me now.
Oh, there you are. We're all going to Hagakure. Wanna come? Ah, that was easy. Sonata-san's buying today. You remember that bet we made in Yakushima? Ah, you probably forgot all about it by now. Well, you won in the end, even if it was ice. But whatever, Sonata-san still lost, right? Even if it took me like 6 months to make him admit it. Come on, everyone else already left. We got a jet.
Everyone's okay with the special, right? Okay, 5 specials, please.
Man, this is awesome! Sonata-san's never treated us all to ramen before.
I'll accept that I lost, but why do I have to treat all of you?
You're still going on about that? Come on, Sonata-san, a bet's a bet. You gotta pay up.
All right, all right. I never said I wouldn't. What's wrong, I guess? You doubting me too?
No, but have you seen the magazine on the counter? The headline caught my attention.
What magazine?
This one, Emergence of a Messiah. The charismatic one speaks.
Oh, it must be about that doomsday cult. They're all over the internet, too.
Oh. Hey, look at this photo. Check out their so-called messiah.
What the? Is that Takaya?
I thought something was up. So, it's Strega after all. I just lost my appetite.
Listen. Mankind is currently imprisoned by the sins of hate and anger. But soon, a savior will descend upon this world to break the chains that bind us and lift us to new heights. This great being is known as Nyx. I have beheld her glory, and she has blessed me with power beyond belief. When Nyx arrives, there will be no more pain, no more suffering. Humanity shall be freed.
How the hell does he know about Nyx?
Wait, he's saying that Nyx will save the world? But that's a lie.
I don't think that even matters. This is all just a game to him.
That bastard.
But there are those who do not understand the truth, even though they have also been granted her blessing. They have acquired the same power as I, yet they abuse it for their own personal gain. These miscreants are the ones to blame for the recent tragedies that have been plaguing our streets.
Wait, is he talking about us?
Shh, not so loud. We're not the only ones here, you know.
And what do they mean by the charismatic one? Why is he suddenly a celebrity?
Well, apparently Jin was already pretty well known on the internet. He's probably good at influencing public perception.
Yeah, I bet he orchestrated Takaya's rise to fame by building his brand like a celeb. Those two make me sick.
Brothers and sisters, I shall go forth to make preparations for Nyx's arrival. But do not fear those evildoers who desecrate their gifts. Nyx shall right their wrongs. May your hearts be filled with peace as you await your salvation. Blessed are those who take joy in the coming of Nyx. The revolution is upon us, my brethren.
Revolution? People can't seriously be buying this crap, can they?
Perhaps the power of an exceptionally charismatic individual is the only way to change this nebulous future. That's the end of the article. It appears Strega disappeared again after the interview.
Well, there's only one place they could have gone. Tartarus. They're just wasting everyone's time.
Still, it seems they've managed to shift the atmosphere of the entire city, even if they don't say it out loud. People must be scared inside.
Yeah, they probably are. Why else would anyone believe this nonsense? It's not normal.
Believing what you hear is a choice. There's no real way for them to know what's true.
Well, no wonder it feels like the world's ending. We're all gonna die.
But is that so unusual? All life will eventually come to an end. Does Nyx's involvement change that in some way? Death is a natural occurrence in the cycle of life. Don't all humans realize this?
I guess.
Tell you the truth, I never even would have thought about my own death if none of this happened. But we're already here, so why don't we just leave it at that? Our target is Nyx. If Strega gets in our way, we'll deal with them too. That's all there is to it.
Agreed. We'll probably run into them in Tartarus anyway. No matter how you look at it, they want us out of the picture.
Promise Day's almost here, huh?
Yeah.
We need to do all we can until then.
All right. And first things first, we're gonna need lots of energy. Let's eat. Excuse me! I'll add a Hagakure bow to the list. You don't mind, right, Sonata-san?
Oh, Junpei, didn't you say you were eating half of Aigis' food too?
Don't worry, I'm starving.
You better eat it all.
So this is what it's like growing plants. Oh, should we be measuring the pH of the soil or monitoring how much sunlight they're getting? Oh, yes, I looked up a bunch of stuff online. I thought it might be helpful. I do like flowers and stuff, but I've never really worked with them outside of arrangements. I've always wanted to try putting in the work to grow some, though. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to go on about myself like that. Shall we keep working for a bit more? I'll go get some water. This looks good. Do you think you could invite me when you tend the plants again? I'll do more research so I'm in a better position to help out next time, too.
I'm so nervous for some reason. The others are here in the dorm, too. I hope no one finds out I snuck you into my room. They'll hear me if I'm too loud. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Hey, you don't need to say it. Jeez. Whatever. Oh, right. I wanted to give you something. This is for you. You know what it is, right? It's the strap from my cell phone. I got it at the opening ceremony for the Moonlight Bridge. It's been my special keepsake for years now, because my dad bought it for me. I used to talk to the little charm attached to it when I was alone in my room. You must think I'm nuts, huh? But ever since I got to know you, I've stopped talking to it. It means a lot to me. So I should explain why I'm giving it to you. I'm only gonna say this once, okay? I love you. That's it.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the lover's arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the lovers within thyself.
Hey, when this is all over, maybe we can spend some time together. Just the two of us. In fact, would it be alright if I jumped the gun a bit and took some of that time right now? I'm not ready to say goodnight yet. I'm blushing, aren't I?
To give myself a makeover. I need a new image. Maybe I should triple my current height so I can look down on my enemies. Or maybe I can add spikes to my shoulders or carve a giant dragon onto my back. Reading this book has convinced me. This is what I need to do if I want people to think I'm strong and reliable. Outer appearances carry an unimaginable amount of influence. The main character of this story also put a lot of effort into looks, so people would take him seriously. That's why I wanted to change my image too. If I want people to think I'm strong, I need to look the part. What do you think? I'd like to hear your opinion as our leader. Attitude? So it's not about appearances then? Oh, could it be... I'm sorry. It looks like I've had the wrong idea. At one point, the main character of the book says, "Can't have people think I ain't cool." Up until then, he'd cared so much about his image. Yet he goes to raid his rival's territory wearing nothing but a shimekomi. I finally understood what he really meant after hearing what you said. The most important thing is to hold true to your beliefs, no matter what. I'm going to hold true to my beliefs as well. I may not look reliable, but I will make up for that with attitude. I'm going to operate at maximum output so that I can be useful to everyone. For some reason, I feel like going to Tartarus and raising some hell. Maybe we can organize a raid. Oh, I didn't realize it was so late. That's unfortunate. I suppose I'll just go back to my room for tonight.
Miyamoto!
What is it? And what's with this scary look?
What do you think you're doing?
Just practicing?
Well, that's enough practice for you. Get your butt to the nurse's office. The rest of you, get back to it.
The nurse's office? Miyamoto,
something happen?
Knew it! He's such a bad liar. You can totally tell he's going easy on one knee. I know you have something to do with this. Sorry, but you're coming too.
I just had a call with your mom about your knee.
You're throwing caution to the wind, young man.
That blabbermouth.
I want you to stop before things get any worse. You got that?
Please don't do this to me. I need to practice.
I heard, Kaz.
Yuko! And you too?
Take some time off, Kaz. Practice can wait till you're all better.
I can't! I don't have time!
Huh? What's the rush? Why do you do these things to yourself?
You've been hanging around with Miyamoto lately, right? You must know what's going on.
Wait. He has nothing to do with this. I don't want you to get dragged into this. So I'll come clean. So, the truth is... And that's the gist of it. So I need to practice. I have to win. Or else...
I know how you feel, Miyamoto, but...
It all depends on me if my nephew ever walks again.
So that's what's going on. I don't mind if he competes in the regionals. It's just the individual competition, so we don't have to worry about him bringing us down.
Hey, what happened to practice?
We were worried about Miyamoto.
Guys.
I'll let you keep training for now. We'll see how things go. But if I tell you to stop, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to listen, and I want you to go home today. Your mother will be upset with me if I let you stay.
Sorry, Coach. Everyone, I
think we're done here. The rest of you, back to training.
You there. You live in a world where emptiness roams and chaos reigns. You struggle so fervently, twinkling like stars in the night. But such delusion will not lead to deliverance. Why not join us in the Messiah and await the moment of salvation? You say that only because you don't know the truth. Heed the voice of the Messiah and follow the path to true salvation. Now, go and speak to our Savior.
Well, well, well. I do believe this is the first time you've ever visited me. I'm sure you are aware of the coming salvation. Yes, you certainly wouldn't be so stupid. I'm certain you've realized it by now. We have no further reason to be enemies. Your efforts were all for naught. The Dark Hour will persist, and Nyx will bring an end to this planet. Fate has been decided. But there is no need to worry. We are simply being freed at last from the illusion of a future rife with betrayal. Nothing more and nothing less. All you must do is embrace this truth. Do so, and I shall be your shepherd. But of course, that's just the kind of person you are. So then, you intend to fight Nyx? I see. I scorn those who preach about the future with improvidence. The world does not need a script that is already written, nor does it want for charlatans who speak as though the future can be seized. What it needs is for the curtain to fall. If I just endure for now, if I can wait until tomorrow, these blind hopes for the future are the root of the people's suffering. They can never be saved because they look to a future that doesn't exist. It doesn't matter whether you can defeat Nyx or not. Why, you ask? Because you won't even be able to reach her. On the day of salvation, I will wait atop the Tower of Demise for Nyx to arrive. And be warned, if you dare to oppose me, I will show no mercy.
The hell's this? It says, no playing catch in the park. Kinda messed up, don't you think? Playing catch is how kids are supposed to make friends. Adults can't just ban it because they feel like it. Oh. Yeah, that'd be the logical response, but I'm just saying, if more places end up like this, it's gonna be a real problem for kids who want to play baseball. In any case, I didn't know it was banned here till today. When I first moved here, I'd play against the wall every now and then. This whole catch thing, it's because I wanted to get my arms back in shape. I've been thinking about maybe getting back into baseball again. I still have no clue what I want to do with my life, and if I keep trying to avoid it, I'll have nothing but regret hanging over me. Next time I'm asked what I'll be doing in 2 years, I want to have a real answer. That's why I'm picking baseball back up. You, think that's the right call? Oh, yeah? Well, that makes me feel pretty good about it then. Anyway, here. This is for you. Today was a bust, but we'll try again another time. Hang on to that till then. Though I guess we'll have to wait till after you know what, huh? I don't know. Honestly, I've been feeling like this since April. I can barely juggle what I've got on my plate as it is. Let alone think about the future. Our senpais, though. They're such badasses. They're still prepping for exams, even with everything going on. Man, it's been a hell of a year. We're gonna look back on all this someday and wonder how we ever got through any of it. And it wasn't all good. And we hit more than a few rough patches. Guess you could say our short lives have been pretty wild so far, huh? Right? Despite all that's happened, I'm glad you became our leader. I know I said you should do what you want to do. Thanks for choosing to fight. Well then, let's make sure this chapter of our lives ends on a happy note. Alright? And then, Hollywood will turn our adventure into a movie. I'd be the lead, obviously. Dude, you'd be a shoo-in for Best Supporting Actor. That serious crap ain't our style, is it? Come on, let's head home. We'll figure out how to sweep the Oscars on the way.